I'm so excited. Today I'm sitting down with Molly Patterson's Clothing in Bemidji, Minnesota, and we're having a conversation around community and what community means to us. So let's lean in. Molly, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, your family, and your ties to Bemidji and how you came to be in business in Bemidji?
Born and raised in Bemidji, Minnesota. So my family immigrated here way back in the day, 1920s. But Patterson's Clothing is a family business that my great-grandfather started in 1930. So that is really the reason why my family's in Bemidji, why I'm in Bemidji, why I pulled my husband to Bemidji. I did go away to school. That's where I met my husband. We lived out west for a while, and then when my parents decided to retire, I said, why not try our hand at retail? Because if not me, the business would have been liquidated, essentially. So that's why we're here, to make a long story very short.
That's incredible. So you had some really big shoes to fill, stepping into a multi-generational family business. How did that feel to you?
Exciting, nerve-wracking. I mean, there's always that pressure, right? Like, I didn't want to be the generation that failed.
Yes.
My great-grandfather started it, got, the foundation and the identity, essentially, of Patterson's going. Then my grandfather stepped in, and it's always been kind of a husband and wife thing. So my husband and my grandmother, I should say, stepped in and took over. They did a great job at growing the business. They actually opened 2 additional stores. So at one time we had 3 locations.
Wow.
And business was booming. So things were going great for them. We had a mall location and then a location just down the block from Patterson's, the flagship store, I guess we can call it. And then my dad and mother came into the fold in the 70s. And when they took over, things were great for a period, but then 2008, we had our economy downslide, if you will. So that is when Lake Country closed in 2001, I want to say. And that was our workwear store downtown. And then our mall location, it did last a little bit through that decline. We closed that store in 2011. And the malls in general at that time weren't doing as well. But Patterson's, our flagship, has been going strong. As strong as you can through economic increases and declines for 95 years. So that location is still here and working, and that's where my husband and I are today. So, yeah.
That's incredible. So do you remember the first thing that you ever made or sold?
Yes, 100%. So when we took over in 2018, the word had spread amongst close family and friends. So one couple they were like, we are going to be your first customers. And I was a little, I don't know, I wasn't sure if they were actually going to show up or not on day one, especially because my parents were actually not even around on our first day. They were gone. So I wasn't sure if those family friends were going to come in, but they did. And they bought he's a doctor in town, so he bought a whole suit outfit, which at the time, I wasn't even comfortable selling suits, so that alone was a learning curve on day one to be able to sell a suit, market for alterations, measure for a dress shirt, pick out a coordinating tie, do the shoes. It was like head to toe suiting. So I didn't feel like I was at my strongest as far as knowledge, but he ended up with a great suit. He still wears it today. And I think it was for a conference in Hawaii, like a medical conference that they do. annually or every other year. So that's pretty cool. I felt very proud of myself. My husband was there to help too, so it was a team effort. But yeah, that was really fun, and it just broke the, I don't know, nerves, I guess, of selling a suit, because that's when you start at the store, that's a nerve-wracking adventure. Selling a suit, there's just a lot that goes into it as far as sizing and being able, a lot of them come nested with jacket and pants, so being able to find a jacket with a pant that's going to fit correctly, and then the dress shirt. I mean, it's a whole thing.
It's a whole learning curve, it sounds like.
Yes.
And you were brave enough just to take that leap.
I don't think I had a choice,
right.
Thrown into the flames.
Yep.
But it was great. And now I don't even know how many suits we've sold.
Right.
Yes,
and you walked right through the fire, and here you are today.
Exactly.
I mean, how awesome is that?
Yeah.
What does your work mean to you beyond the product or the service?
I mean, it's family, right? I mean, and it's not just my family, though I do work with my husband, and the business is to support, our household, but it's also our employees and their families. And I consider our employees families. We have a gal who works for us, and her name is Sandy, and we call her Grandma Sandy because she's just she's our go-to for life advice and all the things.
I love that.
We have another gal who has kind of worked for us here and there, and worked for another shop down the street for years, and oh my gosh, she brings baked goods in every week for everyone to eat. So and that kind of ties into community too. Like, we are an employer. We really care about the people that we have in our store, because they are family. We don't just hire anybody. We hire people that we want to be around, that we care about, and vice versa. Like, they care about us too. So it's just, it's really family, and our big Patterson's family.
Right.
Of folks. So.
And that's beautiful, because that it just extends out into the community, like you said, and you treat everybody who walks through the door of your store like family. Yes. I know you remember my husband's shirt size. Mm-hmm. I don't remember my husband's shirt size, even if it's been a year. You know his dress shirt size every time, and it just blows my mind. So you truly take your business to another level, where you just welcome everybody in, and it's like walking through the door is just a big embrace.
Yes. It's kind of a fun challenge for me to remember. I remember people more by what they buy and what size they wear than their names.
Sure.
Names I'm getting a lot better at, but I have this weird, almost photographic memory for that type of a thing, which is great. I mean, that really leans into our service side of things. Right. We pride ourselves on service and remembering those things.
Yeah.
Because we want people to feel like family when they walk through the door.
I mean, you feel special because you're remembered, right? And so that in itself is a gift.
Yes.
Yeah. So Molly, what makes Bemidji and the surrounding area a meaningful place for you?
I mean, aside from all the heritage, like my family's heritage here, I love the people. I mean, growing up here, I know a lot of people through the store. We know a lot of people, but I just love Minnesota and the Four Seasons and all the activities that we can take part in here year round. I mean, growing up at Buena Vista ski area, going to school, I went to school at Winona State, joined a snowboard club. Then I lived out in Colorado for a while, and I had that background because of growing up here and learning how to ski some years on ice.
Right.
And then the lakes, being able, all the water sports and the social aspect of just being at the lake. So I mean, there's so many things. I played soccer growing up here, so that's kind of transpired to lots of different sports, and I'm a huge sports fan, so I love the Minnesota Vikings, I love hockey, I've recently gotten into basketball because the Timberwolves and the Lynx have been so great. I don't know, there's just lots of things about growing up here have really helped me in my life, and being able to bringing it back to the store, talk to customers about all sorts of different things. So yeah, I love Bemidji, northern Minnesota, road trips, all the things that this area has to offer.
There's just so much, you know, we live in such a diverse area, and so there's never a dull moment. We have the best of all the worlds right
Yes, and I mean our as any town, you know, ebbs and flows. And I feel like right now we're downtown, so speaking specifically about downtown is an awesome place right now. Like almost every storefront is full. We have restaurants, we have shops, we have real estate, we have, you know, all different businesses downtown. So I love that part of Bemidji too, just being in a community that's prospering at the moment. It's fun, it's good.
It is,
Yes.
it is, and I love our downtown area too. It's the best place to be, in my opinion, in every season. We always have something going on somewhere, so it's just a beautiful place to live.
It is, yes, couldn't agree more.
So how does living and growing up in northern Minnesota influence your work and your creative process?
Well, specifically talking about the products we sell, I think that's where the influence comes in. We are a menswear store. We sell suits and sport coats. We do have some women's clothing, but we also carry sportswear. And if you go into a typical haberdashery, I mean, they're pretty formal and sometimes a little stuffy. You know, ties and dress shirts and suits, like it's, I don't know, maybe not always the most welcoming vibe. But being up here in the Northwoods and having kind of that Northwoods outdoor aspect to our community, we try to bring that into our store too. So we're a mix of suitings, but also outdoor wear. So we carry brands like Cool and Patagonia and Piranha and other sportswear, Smart Wool, lines that can kind of mix with that menswear. Like if you walk in right now, we have a mannequin that has kind of like a contemporary button-up sport shirt with a Patagonia vest over it and cool pants, and that is totally a Bemidji guy's outfit to wear to work here. So
Definitely.
We try to mix that menswear with the outdoor northern Minnesota vibe.
And you do such a good job with that, because you cover the 4 seasons too, with both the active wear and the outdoor side of it, along with the formal wear.
Exactly. So not every menswear can say that's how they approach things.
Right, but that's what makes you unique, you know,
Right.
and a very fitting part of our community.
Yeah, thanks.
So what do you hope people feel when they walk through the doors of your store?
Well, what I always tell new employees, and this is totally how I want it to feel, is that you want to treat people who walk through the door like they're walking into your home. I don't want you to approach a new customer and say, "How can I help you?" right away. Like, greet them, let them walk around. Sometimes you can tell if people are on a mission, based on where they're headed. And in that case, it's like, all right, looks like you're here for a reason. What can we help you with? But in general, just welcome them in, make them feel comfortable. We don't want to scare anybody off by being a pouncy salesperson. That is I don't like being treated that way when I walk into a business. Especially if I'm just browsing, like I don't want people breathing down my neck. So yeah, that's how we want you to feel when you walk in too. Just like you're walking into our house and we're happy to have you.
Right, that's beautiful. So Molly, what does community mean to you? And what do you love most about being a small business in Bemidji?
It's a big question. I mean, we wouldn't be here if it weren't for the community. So having the community's support for a store like ours is the reason why we're here. I don't really want to bring up COVID, but I feel like I have to bring up COVID in this moment. We were closed, like many businesses, for 3 months, I want to say, and then partially open, you know, after that.
Right.
And that was the year of our 90th anniversary.
Wow.
And we opened during the Great Depression. So it was just kind of an ironic
That's
situation.
interesting.
But being closed, like literally no foot traffic, people could not walk through the door. I had a child and I was pregnant.
Wow.
With another child at the time. So it was a very stressful time for our family. But the amount of like Facebook messages, I mean, we would go in every day and post pictures of, we were still getting product.
Sure.
I mean, I tried to cancel as much as I could, but we were still like had to be there every day to receive packages. Or we were chasing the UPS driver around trying to get our product.
Right.
So staging pictures, posting them online, making funny videos. I mean, the amount of robes we sold during COVID from this hilarious video of my husband and you'll have to search it. It was really funny. But we had so many people that reached out and wanted to buy stuff remotely. Like we were shipping things across the country to people who were maybe snowbirds that weren't here at the time, that wanted to support us and wanted us to, you know, make it through this very trying period of our new ownership. I mean, we started, my husband and I, in 2018. So just 2 years later, we hit COVID, and it was very scary. So the fact that we're still here through that time is, and the community, the grants that we were able to get through, like Greater Bemidji and our local bank in town, I honestly don't know how we would have done it without this community. So that alone is, it just speaks volumes to how great the people are here and why a small business like ours can make it through a situation like that.
Absolutely. And it sounds like Bemidji's a great place to be a small business.
Yes, there's a lot of support for small businesses here. And I don't know what to say. I mean, it's great. We're just we're very, very lucky. It seems, I mean, this may be something you want to cut out, but like people, there are big box store people and there are small business people. And thankfully we have enough small business people to support our downtown community. We're all small businesses.
Right.
And
family owned for the most part, you know, or actually all, as far as I can think forward. So that's a really remarkable thing for this age and time.
Right. Yeah. No, it's great. There aren't many stores like us left, like in the entire country. Like menswear stores are often generational, and when when the generation is done, there isn't often the next generation now that wants to take over because it's a lot of work.
Right.
So thankfully, my 7-year-old for the last, she's in 2nd grade since kindergarten, has told me she wants to be a retailer.
Beautiful.
I don't think she quite understands what that means, but we might be grooming a 5th generation.
Right, and we'll how see. Incredible,
yes.
You know?
Yes, so we'll cross our fingers.
Yeah, absolutely. In any way, shape, or form, your business is shaping her and her character and how she sees the world through that lens.
Yes.
So,
no, it's pretty fun.
That is fun.
Sometimes when they're in the shop, they drive me a little crazy, but it's good for them to be exposed to that environment and customers. Absolutely. And not be, shy, hide under the rack kids. Like they're out there talking to customers often.
So are there other local businesses or makers that you admire or collaborate with?
Yes, so I am part of a group called the Downtown Alliance, well, specifically the event planning committee of the Downtown Alliance, and that consists of other downtown businesses or people that even live downtown. So lots of collaboration with them. We have found that our community really likes events. or special things just outside of shopping. They like experiences. So we do a lot of planning to create experiences downtown for customers. So there's a group of shops, to name a few, like Four Pines Bookstore, Jean at Four Pines, Heidi Myrie at Mary Piglet's, Hannah from Compass Rose, Kevin from My Bemidji are some of like the standouts that are at almost every single meeting. So that's a fun group. And then just from a business standpoint, I like to partner with different restaurants when I can. So we had an event where a vendor came in and we had Keg and Cork serve beer at the event. It was like an after hours thing.
Oh, fun.
So that was fun to partner with a restaurant. We've also done a special event with Tutto Bene, personal favorite of mine. So it's always fun when we can team up with Justin over at Tutto. We've had Bridget's in store serving cocktails. So it's just, I like doing that where we partner and kind of rub each other's backs and help each other out. And it seems like the community is super into that too. Like they like to see when different businesses partner, and especially when it's some of their favorites. So no, it's fun, and it's a new way of thinking. Like that wasn't really a thing past generations at Patterson's really looked into. So, but it seems to be something that like I can just tell the community likes it. So
absolutely.
We try to do as much of that as possible.
Yeah, and that's so great because that means we're all growing together. You know, the community is growing and the local businesses are growing together and able to work together and collaborate, and that really speaks to a healthy community. Yeah. So Molly, how do you see your business at Patterson's Clothing contributing to the heart of this community?
So that's a hard question.
It is. It's a big one, right?
Yes, it is a big question. I think we are part of the heart.
Yes.
I don't think we are the heart, but I think we are part of the heart, just because I really think downtown is the heart of the community. But Patterson specifically, we are kind of your special occasion go-to, more for men. I mean, we do have some women's options, just not on the formal wear side. So proms and formals, like for high school guys, we do all of that. Whether you want to buy or rent. If you're getting married, we do tons of wedding rentals and suit purchases. It's fun. I love doing that. I love coordinating. Bring me all the Pinterest boards. Like I will put something together. Maybe you have something in mind. I like searching and making that exactly as the bride and groom intend. Or maybe even throwing a curveball in there, something that they hadn't planned that they love. Yes, I will never forget a bride that came in. And she didn't know what she wanted, but her palette was very like 70s color, like golds and oranges, and sounds crazy, but I was like, have you thought about like forest green suits? Because all the girls were in different colors, and it's kind of hard to
balance that.
Well, you don't want all the guys in different colored suits. Like you want it to be consistent. So they had a big party of men in green suits, and it looked so good. It looked awesome with their colors. So I just love that kind of stuff. That's fun. Anniversaries, maybe you're not renting something for an anniversary, but maybe you're buying a gift. We do gift wrapping or birthdays. Happy to help, put a birthday ensemble together. We keep record of sizes, past purchases of customers, so it's easy for us to look up what someone may have purchased in the past and put something together and wrap it really nicely. And also funerals. I mean, we're happy to help with that too. I mean, we sell black suits, we sell gray suits. We've even done Hawaiian funerals before where, it's a celebration, not a mourning. So, all the things. And we yeah, so we love to help with all those special occasions, whether they're happy or somber. Like we're there. We're there.
Yeah, you're really a part of people's everyday life, special occasions, and really all walks of life.
Okay.
So, if you could describe your work in one word, what would it be and why?
Definitely rewarding. I love putting outfits together and getting positive feedback from customers. That in itself just lifts you up, like give yourself a pat on the back, like you did a good job. But I also feel like from an employee standpoint, we have this ability, and we have forever, to kind of mold young employees into adults. Like we hire a lot of people who are in high school and college, and by the time they leave, I mean it's only been 8 years for Jeff and I, but we've already had several where I'm just like, wow, they have grown up so much from the time they started here to the time they left, when it comes to manners, how to talk to people, work ethic, like all the things. So it's rewarding, yes, and the fact that we're, selling things that people are happy about and feel good about, but also the people we're touching within the store. That is in itself is very rewarding.
Yes, I would imagine it is. I always like to end on a heartfelt note. So, what's one moment in your journey that you'll never forget?
I will try not to cry. I don't know if I can.
It's a big one. We're definitely going right to the heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when, oh God, I am such a softie. Okay, when my husband and I decided to take over Patterson's. God, come on, Molly.
It's okay.
My grandparents were still alive, so it would have been August of 2017. They both passed 8 days apart in November of 2017. So I didn't know that was going to happen, obviously. I mean, they weren't doing well, but I didn't realize it was going to be that soon.
Yeah.
But I sat down with them and I told them I was going to take over the store. And for an hour, they told me the history. I have it recorded on my phone.
Oh, wow.
It's really hard to listen to, but I have to sometimes when things like this happen.
Right.
I get interviewed by, say, the pioneer, just people asking about the history. Sometimes I have to like go back and listen because there's so many names and nuggets and dates, and I mean there's so 95 years of history. Right. So, and a lot of that's lost.
Right. Yeah. But you have that piece that they gave you, and what a remarkable gift.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't realize that was going to make me cry, but it really did.
Well, we certainly went right to the heart.
Yes, we did. Sorry about that. Yes,
That's
no,
okay.
now that it's out, I think I'm better. They were amazing people. They were a great couple. They were so proud that we decided to take over, and I wish they could be here to see what we've done in the last, almost 8 years, because I think we've made a lot of really great changes and updates, and with a small business, you have to adapt, and I think we've done a pretty good job adapting to the community and the community needs, and we're trying to listen to what everybody wants.
Right.
And we've already had some like trying moments again, like with COVID, and they experienced that as well. I mean, I think every business owner does. So, yeah, but sitting with them and they were just so excited. So
Yeah, to have their blessing and their
Yes.
wisdom, that they were able to pass that on to you, and you're carrying that torch, really that flame in your heart, that you want this business to prosper and to continue and not even become, it already is that pillar of community.
yes.
And you're doing a beautiful job.
Well, thank you.
I just want to thank you so much for sitting down with me and having this conversation about what it means to be not just a business in our community, but a member of the community, a family, and raising a family in our beautiful northern Minnesota community. So thank you so much.
Yeah, well, thank you, and we're lucky to have you too. Next time you'll have to tell me about your story.